Do you want a system that books qualified sales calls for you every month on autopilot and consistently delivers results like 3 to 5x ROI within the first 60 days? What if I told you that every time you pay a marketing agency's monthly retainer, you're essentially writing them a blank check to experiment with your money? What if I also told you that 95% of cold email agencies are running sophisticated hope and pray operations? They charge you $3,000 to $5,000 upfront, regardless of whether a single sales call gets booked. I've built a cold email agency that refuses to make a penny in profit unless we actually deliver qualified sales calls to your calendar. In the next few minutes, I'll show you the exact technical reason most cold emails fail and why our performance-based model has companies scrambling to work with us before we hit capacity. But first, let me take you behind the scenes of what really happens when you hire a typical marketing agency. You sign the contract, pay the hefty setup fee, wait patiently while they build your campaign, and then the excuses begin. They say things like, we're still optimizing, the list needs cleaning, it takes time to build momentum. Meanwhile, your credit card gets charged like clockwork every month regardless of results. 73% of cold email campaign failures have nothing to do with the email copy, the subject lines, or the offers. The real killer is technical deliverability. Most cold email agencies obsess over writing better emails while completely ignoring the complex technical infrastructure that determines whether your emails reach the inbox at all. I built an agency that solved the technical deliverability problems first and only makes money when we actually deliver qualified sales calls to your calendar. I developed what we now call our client attainment engine, but here's what makes us different. We refuse to charge clients unless their emails actually reach decision makers and generate qualified sales calls. So let's go through a few success stories. A B2B on-demand software company that implemented this exact same system saw 48 appointments and 5 deals in 4 months, and that netted them $900K in new project revenue. Number 2, a lighting company in 3 months saw $310,000 in new revenue. They sent out 6,800 emails, which is actually on the lower side, and they saw a 162% increase in quarterly sales. Number 3, a B2B finance company using this exact same system saw $20K in additional revenue per month. So it's not debatable at this point, cold email works. But the thing is, it's not just something you can do in the background. You need someone that's willing to devote a significant amount of time to it in order to split test correctly and monitor the technical setup so that you can be sure that you're actually even landing in people's inboxes. The best and most reliable way to do it is to have someone manage your inbox for you. We can do that for you, and the best part is you don't have to spend thousands upfront per month on a retainer like a traditional marketing agency. We take little to no profit from the tech fees. It's just so that we don't have to pay out of pocket for your email system/tech setup. So here's just a few examples of what the tech fee covers in the hands-off, done-for-you setup that we fully take care of and we don't make any profit from. Creation of sending inboxes, domain acquirement, integration of those inboxes onto dedicated IPs, connecting these new sending accounts to our automated sending tool, inbox warming, which is basically like priming your email accounts for maximum deliverability, cold email script generation, establishing a central inbox where all of your replies and leads land. And these are just extra DNS settings on each of your domains that we add to further increase your email deliverability. And there's more, but those are just a few examples of the things that we include in the package. We make our profit based on commission, just like you'd pay a sales rep to make calls for you. That means that we only get paid when a qualified lead books a sales call with you. It's just like you'd pay for YouTube ads, Facebook ads, sales reps, whatever you use, with the caveat that you only pay when you actually see the qualified leads in your calendar. If you're a B2B business, this can work for you, but only on the condition that you have someone that's actually working for your business and is solely devoted to A/B split testing email scripts, figuring out the right message for your audience, determining the best list to send to, and maintaining your domain's technical stability.